Have you ever been told that you're too sensitive? Have you ever walked into a room and immediately felt the emotional atmosphere, the unspoken tensions, the hidden joys, without a single word being said? Do strangers and even animals seem inexplicably drawn to you, often sharing their deepest troubles with you after only a few moments of conversation? You may have spent your life thinking these experiences were a burden, a strange quirk that made you different, something to be managed or even suppressed. You may have concluded that you were just an empath, absorbing the world's pain with no way to process it. But what if I told you that this sensitivity is not a weakness? What if it is not a flaw, but a design? What if these seemingly random experiences are not quirks, but the clear, undeniable symptoms of a profound spiritual identity? What if you are, in fact, a natural-born healer, and you don't even know it? If this question sparks a flicker of recognition deep within your soul, a feeling of, yes, that's me, then you are in exactly the right place. In this vital session at the Etheric Doctor, we are shifting our focus from the external threats to the extraordinary power that lies dormant within you. We will diagnose the 5 specific physical signs that you carry the energetic signature of a natural healer. These are not vague feelings. These are tangible physiological markers. By the end of this session, you will no longer see your sensitivity as a curse, but as the powerful spiritual gift it truly is. Before we illuminate these signs, take a moment to honor your own journey. Acknowledge the times you felt overwhelmed by the emotions of others, the times your compassion felt more like a wound than a gift. That was your power, uncalibrated and misunderstood. If you are ready to finally understand the blueprint of your own soul and learn how to wield your innate abilities for your own well-being and the good of others, then take a sacred moment to subscribe to the Etheric Doctor. This is not just a channel, it is an academy for the awakening soul. Join our community and let's begin to unlock the healer within you. The concept of a healer extends far beyond the modern definition of doctors and nurses. A natural healer, in the spiritual sense, is a soul who has incarnated with a specific energetic configuration. Their auric field is naturally more porous, more receptive, and vibrates at a frequency that is inherently soothing and transmutational to others. They are, by their very nature, energetic alchemists. They unconsciously absorb dense, chaotic energy from people and places, and their spiritual system is designed to process, purify, and release it, often transforming it into a lighter, more coherent frequency. For most of their lives, natural healers are unaware of this process. They simply know that they often feel tired, overwhelmed, or emotionally burdened for no apparent reason. They are the emotional janitors of the world, cleaning up energetic messes without even realizing they are on the job. The physical body, being the vessel for this powerful energetic system, often manifests clear and distinct signs of this innate ability. These are not sicknesses, they are the physical markers of a high-powered spiritual instrument. Let us now examine the first and most common of these signs. Physical sign. Number 1. Chronically cold or overwhelmingly hot, hands and feet. Pay close attention to the temperature of your extremities. Do your hands and feet often feel like blocks of ice even in a warm room? Or conversely, do they sometimes become intensely, almost uncomfortably hot, radiating a heat that seems to come from deep within? This is not necessarily a sign of poor circulation. In the world of energy medicine, this is the primary indicator of active and often uncontrolled healing energy centers, or chakras, in your hands and feet. Your hands are the primary instruments through which you transmit healing energy. The palm chakras are powerful vortexes that can draw in negative energy and project out positive healing frequencies. When your hands become intensely hot, it is often a sign that your healing energy is activated and flowing strongly. You may notice this happens when you are near someone who is sick or emotionally distressed, or even when you are thinking of them. Your system is subconsciously preparing to offer a healing transmission. You might find that placing your hot hands on a sore muscle, a headache, or even a wilting plant can bring a palpable sense of relief or revitalization. On the other hand, chronically cold hands can signify that you are unconsciously absorbing dense, stagnant, or negative energy from your environment or from other people. Your hand chakras are pulling in this energy to transmute it, but the sheer volume can be overwhelming, creating an energetic, cold spot. Your body is working overtime as a spiritual filtration system. If you notice these extreme and often rapid temperature fluctuations in your hands and feet, recognize it for what it is: This is not a circulatory issue. This is the thermostat of your soul's healing ability, signaling that your energetic machinery is online and actively engaging with the world around you. Physical sign number 2, a heightened sensitivity to crowds and environments. How do you feel when you walk into a crowded shopping mall, a busy airport, or a packed concert? A non-healer might feel excitement or just a sense of being busy, but a natural healer often feels an immediate sense of being overwhelmed, assaulted, and profoundly drained. You might develop a sudden headache, feel nauseous, or be overcome with an inexplicable wave of anxiety or sadness. This is not social anxiety in the clinical sense. This is energetic overload. As a natural healer, your porous aura acts like a giant sensitive antenna, picking up on the emotional and energetic state of every single person around you. In a crowd, you are not just in a room with people, you are swimming in a chaotic ocean of their unprocessed emotions, their stress, their anger, their grief, their fear. Your system, by its very design, begins to absorb and process this emotional soup. The sheer volume of this energetic data is staggering, and it overwhelms your spiritual circuits, leading to physical symptoms. You have likely learned to cope by avoiding crowds, preferring nature, or the quiet of your own home. You may have been labeled as introverted or shy, but the truth is you are not antisocial. You are energetically sensitive. You instinctively seek out environments that are energetically clean because your system craves a break from the constant work of transmuting the world's emotional pollution. If you find yourself physically and emotionally ill after spending time in dense, crowded environments, understand that this is a direct sign of your powerful, unshielded healing abilities. Your aura is doing the job it was designed for, but without conscious training, it is doing so at a great personal cost. Physical sign number 3, a deep, innate connection with animals and nature. Observe how the natural world responds to you. Do animals, even those that are typically shy or fearful, seem to be calm and trusting in your presence? Do strange dogs walk up to you and rest their heads on your lap? Do cats, notorious for their discernment, immediately seek you out for affection? Do you find that spending time in a forest, by the ocean, or simply sitting in a garden is not just relaxing, but deeply restorative, as if you are plugging yourself into a divine power outlet? This is a classic sign of a healer's signature frequency. Animals and plants do not operate on the level of the human ego. They operate on a purely energetic level. They are incredibly sensitive to auric fields, and they are instinctively drawn to a frequency that is pure, safe, and healing. They recognize you on a soul level as a source of benevolent, life-affirming energy. They see your light. Your presence is soothing to their nervous systems. For you, nature is not just a place. It is a medicine. The reason you feel so recharged in nature is because you are engaging in a symbiotic energetic exchange. The trees, the earth, the water, they cleanse your aura of the dense human energies you've absorbed, and in return, you radiate your own healing frequency back into the environment. It is a sacred cycle of giving and receiving. If you have always felt more at home among the trees than among people, if you have always considered animals to be your truest friends, recognize this as a validation of your spiritual identity. You are a child of Gaia, a natural steward of life's energy, and the entire natural kingdom recognizes you as one of its own. Physical sign number 4. You often experience physical symptoms that seemingly have no medical cause. Have you spent years going to doctors with a collection of mysterious shifting physical symptoms only to be told that all your tests are normal? Do you suffer from chronic fatigue, unexplained aches and pains that move around your body, digestive issues, or a hypersensitive nervous system? While it is always essential to rule out medical conditions, for many natural healers, these physical manifestations are the direct result of unprocessed energetic information stored in the body. Remember, your job as an energetic alchemist is to absorb and transmute dense energies. But if you are not consciously aware of this process, and if you don't have tools to regularly cleanse your own field, that absorbed energy doesn't just disappear. It gets stored in your physical body. The sadness you absorbed from a friend might manifest as a heavy ache in your chest. The anger you took on from a toxic workplace might settle in your liver or your jaw. The collective fear you feel from watching the news can become a persistent tension in your shoulders and neck. Your body is literally carrying the emotional weight of the world, or at least your small corner of it. These are not psychosomatic illnesses in the sense that you are imagining them. They are very real physical symptoms of a very real energetic condition. Your body is like an overloaded electrical circuit and the symptoms are the fuses blowing. If you have a long history of being a medical mystery, if you feel the emotions of others as physical sensations in your own body, this is one of an advanced sign. Your physical vessel is so deeply intertwined with your energetic abilities that it has become the primary indicator of the spiritual work you are constantly and unconsciously performing. Physical sign number 5. People spontaneously heal or experience breakthroughs in your presence. This is the most profound and validating sign of all, yet it is the one most often missed because it isn't about you. It's about your effect on others. Think back on your life. How many times has a friend come to you with a seemingly insurmountable problem, and after simply talking with you for an hour, they leave saying, "I feel so much better. I know exactly what to do now." How many times has someone told you that just being around you makes them feel calm and at peace? This is not just because you are a good listener. This is your healing frequency in action. Your calm, coherent auric field acts as a powerful tuning fork. When another person enters your space, their chaotic, dissonant energy field naturally begins to entrain, or synchronize, with your higher, more stable vibration. You don't have to say a word. You don't have to do anything. Your very presence facilitates a healing. The clarity they experience is a result of their own energy being temporarily harmonized by yours, allowing their own inner wisdom to come forward. You may also notice that people experience physical healing around you. Someone's headache might disappear after they sit next to you. A stressed-out colleague might suddenly feel a sense of calm. This is your gift, in its purest form. The tragedy is that because you are not doing anything, you likely have never taken credit for it. You've told yourself they just needed to vent, or that it was a coincidence. But it was not. It was you. It was the powerful, silent, and benevolent influence of your innate healing energy. If you are the person everyone turns to in a crisis, the one whose presence is a balm to a troubled soul, then you must accept the truth. You are not just kind. You are not just empathetic. You are a healer, and you have been practicing your entire life without ever knowing it. If you recognize yourself in these 5 signs, the temperature shifts in your hands, the overwhelm in crowds, the deep bond with nature, the unexplained physical symptoms, and the healing effect you have on others, then there is no more room for doubt. It is time to step out of the identity of the overly sensitive person and into the power of the natural-born healer. So, what now? The diagnosis is the first step, but it is not the last. Living as an unconscious healer is a path of exhaustion and depletion. The key to thriving is to become a conscious healer. This means learning 2 fundamental skills: shielding and cleansing. Shielding is the practice of consciously managing your own auric field. Before you enter a crowded space or meet with a person you know is draining, take a moment. Close your eyes and visualize that brilliant, golden bubble of light surrounding you. Set the intention. My energy is my own. I am a sovereign being. I will interact with the world from a place of compassion, but I will not absorb what is not mine to carry. This simple act of intention is incredibly powerful. Cleansing is the practice of regularly clearing your energy field of any dense energies you may have inadvertently picked up. There are many ways to do this. Spending time in nature, as we discussed, is one of the most effective. Taking a bath with Epsom salts is another powerful method, as the salt draws out energetic toxins. Smudging your aura with sage or Palo Santo can also clear your field. Find the practice that resonates with you and make it a non-negotiable part of your daily or weekly routine, just like brushing your teeth. You were born with a magnificent gift. For too long, you have carried it as a burden because no one ever gave you the instruction manual, but now you have it. You are not broken. You are gifted. You are not weak. You are profoundly powerful. The sensitivity that once caused you pain is the very source of your greatest strength. Embrace it. Honor it. Learn to wield it with consciousness and love. The world is in desperate need of healing. And it is no accident that souls like yours have chosen to be here at this very time. You are the light workers, the energy alchemists, the silent guardians of peace. Step into your power, healer. Your real work is just beginning.